welcome to my channel. My name is Karuna. I'm so glad that you're here today, and I'm so excited to be with you today because we're going to take on a pretty big topic, and the topic is the mind. During the journey of healing from childhood trauma, the quality of the mind shifts. And as the quality of the mind shifts, the truth of who and what we are, our authentic self, can shine through. When we understand the 5 stages of healing the mind, the 5 shifts that the mind goes through so that the truth of who and what we are can shine through, then the trauma isn't quite so thick. It's not so foggy. We don't take things as personally. As the mind heals, our emotions, it gives room and space for our emotions so that we can digest and integrate the emotions. Whew, this is a relief, and it helps us feel more at ease. The first quality of mind is heavy identification with the trauma, with the labels, the imprints, the residues that were placed upon us. We feel we are the low self-worth. We feel we are shameful. We feel we're not worthy. Let's break this down in a specific example. Sometimes a child was deemed, labeled the negative one. We grow up believing there's something wrong with me. I'm the negative one. The family of origin was just fine. It was me. I'm negative. During stage 2, which is recognition, we start to question, now, am I that negativity? Or was that negative label placed upon me via a family that couldn't deal with its own pain, that couldn't deal with its own conflict? This recognition is empowering because you start to break out of a corral, you start to break through a casing, and you feel a little bit more freedom, a little bit more ease, a little bit more safety. And this sense of ease and safety outside of the corral leads us to stage 3, which is the power to observe and witness our thoughts and even our emotions. When we begin to observe or witness the thought, say negativity, low self-worth, shame, then we create this space. There's a little bit of distance between our identification with the thought and this feeling of being outside of the corral, this feeling on the vista of being liberated, of being more expansive. If all of us in the world could wake up tomorrow with the ability to observe and witness our thoughts, and yes, also our emotions, empaths, we'd be that much closer to creating health and well-being on earth. Now, during stage 4, the mind discovers and recognizes that this ability to observe thoughts and emotions, this ability to be on a vista and see the corral below, has huge implications for our world. The mind starts to see, to taste, to feel this freedom outside of the encasement. And it recognizes, now wait a minute, every aspect of my life is starting to improve. When I'm on this vista of observation and witnessing, I feel better in every aspect of my life. And in fact, this feels like a blessing in all aspects of my life. This is so profound because now the quality of the mind has shifted in such a way where it's standing in awe of this vast vista. It's standing in awe of recognition of authentic self. The 5th stage in the shifting of the quality of the mind during the healing process is being so in awe of the authentic self, or vista, this vista or presence, that the mind slowly, surely, inevitably decides, opts, chooses to start to stabilize in this vast field. Please do not hear this as a one and done type situation. By the mind standing in awe of authentic self, of presence, of your inner wisdom, your truth, the mind becomes humble, and the recognition of that which is beyond intellect starts to further wash over the confusion of a mind that was in a corral. And it's a refined process. So initially, we may start the healing process by getting the big elephants out of the room. But after a period of time, it feels so good to get out of the encasement or out of the corral. You get that taste of freedom that you're no longer afraid of the things that are rubbing you. So you want to get the dust off the windowsill too. The little tendency to manipulate, you're not afraid of it anymore. During this stabilization process, you'll have more insights, a little bit more awareness. There's a term that's sometimes used that's called auspicious. Auspicious means insight begins insight. So your intuitive insights welcome, magnetically draw additional intuitive insights to you. You see the practicality, the pragmatism of healing, of shifting the quality of the mind to be more open, and then applying this in our world. It's natural at times to question. It's natural at times for the mind to say, does this really work? No, you're right on track. For when you question deeply and when you discern for yourself the experience, the nature of your own mind, then you're authentic, you're aligning with your authentic self, and this journey of healing from childhood trauma begins to rest. I have a dedicated meditation program for childhood trauma on my website. If you are organically drawn to my message, if you feel inspired from the inside out to further explore my approach, please jump on my website, check out the meditation program, and I look forward to seeing you back here on my channel very soon.